We'll begin with some quiet meditation. Please find a comfortable sitting posture. Close your eyes and bring your attention inwards to your own body as you're sitting right here, right now. And the aim of the meditation is to bring up this quality of mindfulness, sati, sampajanya, clear comprehension, or what we call the knowing, or the one who knows. As in the practice of Dhamma that the Buddha taught, our aim is to develop this clear knowing of the truth, of the way things are. And that has to come from cultivating these qualities of mindfulness, clear comprehension, from moment to moment. This is different from just thinking about the way things are or remembering instructions. That plays a role in our practice, but at this time, during our meditation, we're just developing this quality of knowing from moment to moment to moment. And to help us, we have a meditation object, so we use the breath. Or some people recite the word Buddho from the word Buddha. Buddho means the awakened one. The breath is just the natural flow of air into the body through the nostrils, filling the lungs, and the abdomen swells. So you can pick a point at the tip of your nostrils. Just establish the quality of mindfulness or knowing the breath at the tip of your nostrils. It's just knowing that feeling of the breath coming in and rushing into your nose. And then the exhalation rushing out again. At that one point, you only need to pick one point to make it very easy, very simple for you. And whatever thoughts and sensations come up in your body, whatever thoughts and memories come up in your mind, you can allow yourself to let them go at this time. Just bring all your attention to this one spot, the tip of the nose. Your aim is to know the breath going in, the inhalation, the breath going out, the exhalation. So this is the quality of knowing. If you are using memory, you're just remembering to keep attention at the tip of the nostrils with the in-breath and the out-breath. You don't need to create a theory about the breath, or describe the breath, form an opinion about the breath. Your aim is just to know it as it is. So you're using the sensation of the in-breath and the out-breath as your meditation object to develop this quality of knowing in the present moment, keeping the breath in mind. as you keep the breath in mind, you know the mind, as the mind and the breath are becoming one. When you lose your mindfulness, you'll start thinking about other things. So a thought comes up, takes your attention away from the breath, and that train of thought becomes the object of your mind. And you'll start to get lost in the images, the concepts, the ideas that are coming up. And you may get lost for just a few seconds, or you could be lost for many minutes. Your mind goes wandering off into all kinds of imagination. But it's no longer mindful or clearly comprehending the breath anymore. So as long as you're lost in your imagination, you've lost your foundation, you've lost your solid base of knowledge and knowing in the present moment. But as soon as you realize that your mind has drifted your mind has drifted off into the imagination, bring it back to the breath. You re-establish the knowing of the breath in the present moment. Be willing to do that, however frustrating it is. Your mind wanders away. You realize that, you bring it back. Wanders away again, you realize, and you bring it back. Until it starts to get the message and the breath becomes clearer and clearer. Then your mind can stay with it longer. The quality of the knowing will be with the breath longer, more continuously. But of course, all those thoughts that come up are very enticing. Thoughts of delighting in different forms of pleasure, things that are fascinating, interesting to your mind. Some thoughts are based around aversion, irritation, negativity. Some is just worry about events and different aspects of your life, agitation, anxiety. And of course, dullness and lethargy and sleepiness. It's another common problem. So your aim is to keep returning to the breath, to let go of all these hindrances. Sometimes you can use a few words of encouragement to help yourself. So literally you just say, let go, let it go, put it down, don't bother me, this is not important. Whatever words help you to let go of the trains of thought that the hindrances bring. Say those words and that will help you to bring your mind back to the breath. Of course, if you keep practicing, sooner or later you will experience some relaxed and pleasant feelings coming up in your body and your mind. But how quickly or slowly that happens, you may not be able to control or force the issue. You just have to be very patient and trust in the method, in the way of practice, and see that you need to keep applying your mind to the breath for progress to be made. You can't make the mind settle down. It has to happen naturally because you're bringing up mindfulness with the breathing. And then quite naturally you'll let go of everything else. You'll pay less attention to the thoughts, the sensations and feelings, the dullness, the sleepiness, if you keep putting attention on the breath. So continue this for a little while till you hear the bell, and don't be too hard on yourself if your mind is still thinking a lot, easily distracted. Just keep practicing. Bring up the mindfulness with the breathing. And whenever you have a moment of mindfulness, you know that's where your mind is. It's with the breath. So keep going until you hear the sound of the bell.